Good morning, gang. Happy Monday, day after Easter. Hope everybody had a really peaceful, quality Easter with family and whatever you did. Okay. Uh, Real quick sidebar. A lot of you are still emailing me about sending you the spreadsheet. I put a link under yesterday's video in the description there where you can just pick it off yourself. You don't have to email me for it. I woke up this morning, had 59 emails overnight because I finished answering them at 10 o'clock last night. At 4:30 this morning, I had 59 more. You can pick up that spreadsheet right off the link I sent you there, so it's all set. But hopefully, with little luck, today should be a slow news day. Most of the rest of the world takes Easter Monday off. So a lot of the markets around the world are closed. Not ours, but, typical. The rest of the world takes a lot of vacation time. Americans don't at all. But there are a few things to talk about this morning, and just so you have an idea of what's going on. China, of course, is ramping up its military drills around Taiwan. And the interesting part is the U.S. came out over the weekend and said, we don't have enough ammunition to support Taiwan because we've sent it all to Ukraine. Yeah, okay. Which I'll use the term country, even though Taiwan being a country is kind of up in the air. Which country do we have a little bit more interest in our economy, in supporting? Yeah, way to go, Joe. Another bonehead move, because it's not like China-Taiwan was a surprise to anybody. It's only been a source of confrontation for, I don't know, a few decades at least. But, yeah, so that was it. But then, you get even better. This what I laughed at. Emmanuel Macron, our illustrious president of France, whatever you want to call him, another soy boy, cut from the cloth of Justin Trudeau. I mean, the two of them together is hilarious. It looks like a couple of Ken dolls. But Emmanuel Macron is suggesting that Europe drift away from being so tied to the U.S. dollar and endorse the yuan a little bit more. This coming right after a trip to China. And I'm like, fine, go ahead. More power to you. Just let you know. I'm more than happy to say, let's get American dollars out of Europe. Let's get American troops out of Europe. You're on your own. Let the Chinese start protecting Europe. We don't think that far. This is the limit of our thought process. Typical liberal. It was funny. I was watching something this morning on conservatism versus liberalism. And there's a tweet out there, a black guy tweeting something, and he's like, black liberals think, they drive me nuts. They think that conservatism is all about white people. He goes, take a look at this. He goes, most of the governments in Africa are conservative. Most of the governments in Europe are liberal. He's right, okay? Liberalism amongst blacks is weird. Just put it that way, all right? It's like you're, again, what I said the other day, voting against your own interests. But beside the point. It's just silly to see what's going on in the world. We want to support Taiwan, but we can't. Nobody wants to support Ukraine except the politicians, so we piss away all our money there. That we can't solve problems here. Again, let's pay the pensions in Ukraine, but screw the pensions in the United States. Let's rebuild Ukraine, but screw Mississippi or Iowa or East Palestine or Missouri. Bizarro world. We've talked about that many times. it, I just don't know what to say anymore about some of this stuff. But you look at what we do, okay, and in our preparing, in our just wanting to live a normal life, right? I mean, this is it. I really don't care what happens in Ukraine. I don't, okay? If Ukraine falls, fine. If Ukraine pushes back Russia, fine. It makes no difference to your life, my life, or anything. Do we import wheat from Russia or Ukraine? No. What do we get? 4% of our oil from Russia? BFD. You know, if we had a competent president, we need zero because we've got plenty here. We had a competent president that we were a international exporter of oil because we had extra. We got a potato in the White House, and all of a sudden we're begging for oil from other countries. Well, we have plenty of our own. You know, it doesn't make sense to me. It goes back to me saying many times of we are the only self-sufficient nation in the world. Okay. We don't need oil from anybody else. We don't need food from anybody else. We don't need coal from anybody else. We don't need anything from anybody else. Yet for some reason, politicians, liberals primarily, rhinos, believe we need to import everything because, you know, Russian gas is better than American? No. Okay. Because Japanese cars are better than American? No. Okay. Because Chinese anything is better than American? No. Okay. It's about time that the disunited states starts standing up for itself. Okay. I'm just going to say this because I really don't care what anybody thinks. It's about time this country breaks up into about 5 separate countries. And it's about time that we close all the borders to everything from everybody else. Let's have a conservative states of America, whatever it would be. I mean, call the country whatever we want. You know, conservatoria. I don't, care whatever the hell you want to call it. But where God, family, country come first. Transgenderism is thrown out the window. Liberal policies are thrown out the window. Everybody's allowed to carry a gun and the borders are freaking closed. Not only to people coming across the border illegally, but to foreign products. Do we need foreign manufacturing? Nope. We can do it all here. We gave that up 40 years ago. Okay, 50 years ago. Do we need foreign oil? No. Do we need foreign food? No. Please, somebody tell me one thing that we need from another country. We don't. May have something that you want. Oh, but I can't get beluga caviar in Oklahoma. Then stop eating beluga caviar. Okay. But we need rare earth minerals. For what? Electric cars? We don't need electric cars, guys. Okay. Gasoline-powered cars work a lot better. It's time we got our priorities straight and figured out as people to form a country what is most important in life. The liberal policies we have out there aren't important at all to anybody, okay? Maybe the 0.1% of people that wear a dress, that have twig and berries and wear a dress. Maybe liberal policies are important to them. Fine. Go move to Portland. I hear there's a lot of available real estate in Portland. Okay. You go set up your nice little commune there and you guys can all gay out together. Do whatever. But we need to start pushing harder and harder and harder for a division of this country and for a protection of the country we create. You know, it's funny that Biden came out yesterday, and I guess he is now trying to recruit social media influencers to support his 2024 campaign. The influencer asking if they were going to get a White House press pass for it, and Biden administration is considering it. For some goofy reason, I don't think I'm going to be on the invite list. I don't know. But, you know, hey, this guy's done dumber things in his life, right? Guys, work on separating yourself from the idiocy of this administration. We may get to a point where we can, again, have faith in our government. We ain't there now. Have a good one. Pinball out.